MotoGP is the pinnacle of motorbike racing. The fastest bikes, the craziest corner speeds, and some of the bravest riders in the world. But here's something fans don't realise. The MotoGP grid isn't just fast, it's absolutely stacked with proven winners. No fewer than 13 riders in MotoGP today are world champions. Not just MotoGP champions, we're talking Moto2, Moto3, and even 125cc. Some of them are household names, and some of them you may not even know they're holding a title under their belt. So let's pull back the curtain and show you guys just how much talent is actually on the grid. So let's start with the top tier, riders who have conquered MotoGP itself. Let's start with our current world champion, Jorge Martin, the world champion of 2024, also a Moto3 champion in 2018. Explosive speed and truly unstoppable on sprint Saturdays. Francesco Bagnaia, the double MotoGP world champion of both 2022 and 2023, also Moto2 champion of 2018. Ducati's golden boy, the master of precision. Fabio Quartararo, MotoGP champion in 2021, the first Premier Class champion who broke Yamaha's drought, and also the only rider on this list to be a MotoGP world champion without winning a lower or smaller class bike category. Joan Mir, MotoGP champion of 2020 and Moto3 champion in 2017. Calm under pressure, thrived in chaos when it truly mattered. And finally on the list, Marc Marquez, 6-time MotoGP world champion, also won Moto2 and 125cc. Arguably the most complete rider of the modern era. Beyond MotoGP champions, the grid is full of riders who have proven themselves in MotoGP's most competitive feeder series. Let's talk through them. Ai Ogura, 2024's Moto2 world champion. Now, Ai Ogura is the first rider to win a championship on the Boscoscura and also the first Japanese rider to win a championship since Hiroshi Oyama. Pedro Acosta, Moto3 champion 2021 and Moto2 world champion of 2023. The youngest double-class champion on the grid, truly a once-in-a-lifetime generational talent. Enea Bastianini, Moto2 champion of 2020, nicknamed the Beast, ruthless on the brakes and truly a natural at racing. Alex Marquez, Moto3 champion of 2014 and Moto2 champion of 2019, shares that same title-winning gene as Big Brother Mark. Franco Morbidelli, Moto2 champion of 2017, the first VR46 Academy rider to win a title, truly a smooth and intelligent, relentless ride back in 2017. Johann Zarco, Moto2 champion in 2015 and 2016. The only rider to win Moto2 back-to-back, a stat that no one on this list and no one in the Moto2 championship can ever claim. Brad Binder, Moto3 champion of 2016. DTM spearhead, aggressive, fearless, and brilliant in the wet. Maverick Vinales, 2013's Moto3 world champion, one of the longest serving champions on the grid, stylish, fast, and extremely unpredictable. While 13 riders on this list are already champions, there are some that got extremely close, some of them painfully close, but nonetheless they proved they are amongst the very best in MotoGP. Let's take a look at the list. Marco Bezzecchi, multiple third place finishes, third in Moto3 2018, third in Moto2 in 2021, and third in MotoGP in 2023. Multiple podiums, multiple race wins in MotoGP, and seen as one of the brightest talents in MotoGP today. Raul Fernandez, Moto2 runner-up in 2021, missing the title by just 4 points in his one and only Moto2 season. Jack Miller skipped Moto2 completely after finishing second in 2014, one of the very few to make that direct leap. Truly a testament to his raw talent. Miguel Oliveira, runner-up in both Moto3 in 2015 and Moto2 for 2018. Also a third place finisher in 2017 as well. Alex Rins, runner-up in both Moto3 and Moto2. Third place finisher in Moto3 again, Moto2 and even MotoGP. A rider with a lot of injuries that's always been close to winning but just couldn't quite get it done. Fermin Aldeguer, third place in Moto2 in 2023, and it was a season that ended so strong that Ducati snapped him up before 2024 even began. Luca Marini, Moto2 runner-up in 2020, just missed out by 9 points against Enea Bastianini in his best season of his career. And finally, Fabio Di Giannantonio, who took runners-up in Moto3 in 2018. Teammate Jorge Martino eventually won the World Championship, showed a lot of promise, which earned him a Moto2 ride. But what does all this mean, and why am I telling you this? Why do you need to know? Well, the most important part, it means that MotoGP isn't just full of fast riders. It's full of champions, runners-up, riders who've already fought through packed grids, pressure-packed final laps, and full season title battles that they came out either on top or just fell short. None of these riders just found their way into MotoGP. They worked bloody hard to get here. MotoGP is often considered the toughest bike category ever to compete in. And with the pedigree of the talent that we have on the grid, and we have had for the past few years, it really does prove that point. So which champion on this list surprised you, or even a runners-up perhaps? Did you know that Alex Rins had so many runners-up in Moto2 and Moto3? And also Jorge Martin, he never won the Moto2 World Championship. The highest he finished in a season was 5th place. Let me know what surprised you the most, and let's talk about it in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching the video, like and subscribe, and check out the videos wherever they appear on the screen. Ciao for now.